What the business said, guy? What's happening with you, man? Welcome to the 4th episode of the Black Millennial Code podcast. It is your host, Bobby P.
And your boy, Skitty.
Where we give millennials a voice through authentic dialogue, man. What's happening, bro?
Hey, man, it's been a crazy last couple weeks, bro.
It has, man. It has, man. How your week been, though? How your past 2 weeks been?
Well, let me tell you, there are some major milestones and goals that I've reached, personal accomplishments.
Congrats.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got some things going on, business-wise that been going good.
Good.
But in the world, though, I'm worried about the world. I really am, but
Right.
what's up with you, man?
Man, things been going shaking, bro. Just trying to do, my YouTube joint and getting these sponsorship from these cigars and stuff like that, and forming these, non-profits trying to do like we talked about, and that's pretty much it, bro.
Hey, look,
You know what I'm saying?
promise you, if you bring me back on the cigar show, I will not split one of them bitches down the middle. I promise.
I mean, it is what it is, bro. We know, it's different for weed smokers, but cigars, it's great. I love to have you back, bro.
Yeah, we definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna do that, bro. We definitely gonna do that, man. But in this episode, guys, we're going to tackle the important issues that's been going on in the world, especially these past 2 weeks, and then also dive into the world of sports, more importantly in the NFL. So, Mr. President, are you going to denounce them Bloods on national TV?
Well, I'm going to tell all my Bloods just to stand by and stand back. Oh my God, bro. Let's talk about this debate, man. What was your thoughts on this first presidential debate?
One word: idiotic. How can you? This is my thing. You got voters, non-voters, such as people that don't believe their vote matters, people that vote for the first time, or people that just haven't voted at all and actually want to vote this year, this election, because they know it's crucial for the next 4 years, especially for the millennial generation. But how can you represent your country, your potential country, in a way of not swaying voters to vote for you? You're bickering and arguing like little girls, man, like little children. Like, how can you do that? How can somebody, let's say you don't like voting, how can it persuade you to vote?
Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Because you were a lot more modest than I was. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this was some of the most ratchet, immature, dysfunctional, crap I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
I really don't understand how people still don't see the game that's being played.
Right.
Definitely need to be voting at the level of real change, which is probably in the Senate and locally, stuff like that.
Exactly.
This shit is a game, man.
Exactly. It is a game.
Oh my Lord.
It's like they're taking the agenda off of them. I mean, off of like your local government or the Senate, Congress level to actually make the laws, and focusing on them.
Hey, let me tell you like this. If I tell you to stand by and stand back, what you gonna think? If I be like, hey Rob, stand by, stand back.
That means something gonna pop off.
And that means I'm telling you to be ready to beat somebody's ass or something.
Right. Something gonna pop off.
It's just like even the way he talks and everything is just not because I honestly wouldn't even have that much of a problem with Donald Trump just because I do like somebody who's brutally honest.
Right.
But it's no. The separation and the not being able to, like the first time when he was talking about those supremacists, those fine folks.
Right.
Man, bro, come on, bro.
Yo.
If you still supporting Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? I respect your opinion to think otherwise, but it'd be real hard for me to not think that you were prejudiced.
And let's be honest though, I mean, this is a show, a voice for the millennials, like we're open.
Yeah.
So I think Biden is not a great candidate either.
Nope.
I think he's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Both of them.
The only difference is Trump is very open with his and Biden is hidden with his. But honestly, I think this election is a joke. I feel like we're a joke as Americans, as a nation.
Because you gotta realize, this is gonna be like the I mean, because we just it's like we keep voting for the lesser evil, but really you can't really tell.
Right.
The one thing about Donald Trump is that he's definitely out there with his.
Right,
And,
exactly.
and I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of people might criticize me for this, but the black community is super loyal to the Democratic Party when and neither party really did much for us, to be honest with you.
At all. And America was never great with think about it. If America was great as black people, where were we in the 60s? Where were we in the 50s? Where were we in the 30s? Where were we now? Where were we in the 90s? Where were we in the 80s? You know, we were still in some sort of bondage. Either we was in slavery or we was in bondage from the government.
Irrefutable systemic oppression.
Exactly. And my question to you is, do you think this debate, or either candidate have touched the American people?
I mean, just the ignorant ones, just to be honest with you. I mean, because everybody who watched it, you know, of course, people who don't like Trump dislike him even more.
Right.
I don't feel like, I mean, because this is an unfair thing, because to be honest with you, most people don't put enough research and time to really think about things. So really, most minorities are going to vote for Biden just because they know they don't want to vote for Trump.
Right.
And to me, that's not really a fair choice to make when you only have two choices that they put out in the forefront for you anyway.
Right.
I don't understand how people don't see how this game is being played every 4 years.
And I feel like this election is crucial because I was thinking of it like that. Like I was talking with my lady last night, and we both agreed. You got Trump, who was for the economy, not for socialism. You got Biden, who was for socialism, but not for the economy. How do you choose between that? See, in our generation, millennials, you know, economy is important to us, but socialism is more important. But in a way, you can't thrive without the economy. Now, if you just like Jamal said, shout out to One Out of Details. Like he said, if you already been getting money, if you were born hustling, then the economy is not really, you're not gonna worry about it because you're gonna get money regardless. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if you're not a born hustler, if you a worker and you rely on somebody else to get your paycheck, and you rely on, you know, your money a lot, taxes is going to be taken out, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I say it's all about perception. People really got to start digging into what's really important and the things that really matter. Because, bro, I know people who I know aren't racist, and they don't like Trump, but they'll vote for him because the things that he puts in his legislation benefits them business-wise.
Economy-wise, I can't complain with that.
Which is true, but if you tend to watch out for your big business friends and your big businesses and not the middle class, which are the majority, then either way, you know what I'm saying? It's just something else we got to figure out. And so I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know right now. I seen Kerry Washington, and she was like, Donald Trump, tell him you got COVID, and we ain't got to do no more of these debates like this. Because you out here up.
Scandal for real,
man. So what do you think? You think he really got COVID?
Honestly, bro, I don't think he does. I don't think he got it, bro. I think it's a gimmick, bro. I don't say it's a gimmick that he doesn't have to do the debates, but I think it's a gimmick as in it's going to push the agenda for the vaccine or whatever he is approving to make himself better.
I feel like it's that, and because if the president has COVID-19, it's going to take a lot of attention on the media, the advertisement. It's going to distract everybody for a little bit of while, but it's definitely a ploy for them to regroup, because I just do not see how they can go back into a debate the way that one went. Because even with his crazy self and the people who set up his speeches and stuff, I know when he said that stand back and stand by, they was like, oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
You fucking up, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Read the teleprompter next time, fool.
How do you think that persuaded voters and non-voters to vote?
Man, I'm pretty sure that
because somebody saying stand by.
A lot of people, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like a lot of folks are gonna be voting for Biden just because we can't go through another 4 years of this orange pumpkin food.
Right.
This food is a food.
For real, bro. For real. So, what do you think needs to be changed for the next debate?
Me personally, I know exactly what needs to be changed.
What?
I'm gonna press the power button on my remote and turn the TV off. I ain't watching that shit. How about that?
See, I was gonna say, as if one person talking, make sure one mic is off until it's time for their rebuttal.
Man, he would still find a way to cut somebody off and be disrespectful and avoid the facts and lie.
Right.
And that goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Biden, he it's just, I don't know, man. I wouldn't vote for either one of them, but what choices do you have?
That's your final thought on it?
Yeah, fuck it.
My final thought, man, is I'ma still vote, but you gotta be smart about who you vote. You gotta watch out for that wolf in sheep clothing, man. You know what I'm saying? On both parties, but do what's best for you and your household.
By all means, do vote though.
Yeah.
Just because, other people might have a stance on it don't mean that you shouldn't, because I think it's still important. It's just my personal thing. That's just something I don't do.
And it's crazy. This been like the most craziest year, but this has been probably the most craziest election that I've seen. Like everybody saying vote, every platform saying vote. You see it everywhere.
We definitely can't have 4 more years gone.
Right. I'm getting text messages left and right from people I don't even know, bro. Just talking about, are you early voting, doing valid voting? You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That's crazy.
Hopefully the Simpsons were right again. So, man.
What's happening, man?
Flu season coming around.
Yeah.
I ain't never even took a flu shot.
Nah, I refuse to get a flu shot.
If they come out with a COVID-19 vaccine, are you gonna take it? And if not, why? And if so, why?
Man, it's only one good question, Sheldon. No. I don't know what's in that joint, just like I don't know what's in the flu shot. I feel like it's an agenda. I don't know, that's just me. I'm a theorist, and a lot of my theories has been proven right. But if I seen something on CNN, they said 70% of doctors are not in favor of taking the vaccine, even when it's available, and they're doctors. So why would I take something even if doctors is not even sure about taking it? And again, like if it, let's say it comes out how they say by election time. First and foremost, that's a rush. I'm not taking that joint, brother. I'm not taking that joint. And if they make jobs required to take it, I guess I'm gonna be back home a lot. And I'm not taking no shot.
And it's crazy too. And I really wonder how where the law stands on that. But I guess they could do it because they sure did furlough a whole bunch of people with the COVID. So
right.
If you don't do it, but what if they go as far as if you don't have the vaccine, you can't go to the store, you can't get a job, you can't go into the DMV to get your identification,
you can't fly.
Like, you can't travel.
That's my job right there. You know what I'm saying?
That is something that it can all be a possibility. I do know that you said you don't know what's in these vaccines, and I've done some research to find out that there are some very harmful things, heavy metals.
Right.
I meant to say fetal
matter.
Yeah, they use aborted babies' DNA and stuff inside of these vaccines.
So,
and they've been scientifically connected. There's a whole website speaking on all the things that they've done. They call cerebral palsy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody knows, but Bill Gates did a thing with India where they were giving out free vaccines to help with what was it, polio or cerebral? I don't know, but all I know is a whole bunch of people took it, and a whole bunch of people ended up dying or being like disabled.
See, why would you take something that's backed up by an IT genius and not a medicinal genius?
All I know is, he ain't no doctor.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you look at his family, like, we ain't gonna go too deep in conspiracy theories, but if you do some research into Bill Gates' family and how he got to where he was and stuff like that, things get really strange. But we are so just programmed to just keep on going.
Right.
People need to start doing research, and I'm not taking a vaccine, period.
And I want to get deeper into this a little bit. As black people, we're not designed to take this Western medicine. You know, granted, it may have some type of right. It may. Well, I'm just speaking on Black Millennial Code podcast. So we're designed not to take any of this. Just like you said, nobody is. But as for blacks, we're definitely not designed to take this.
It's like we ain't designed to drink milk either.
Right. Our body is naturally, absorb nutrients, naturally heals. You know what I'm saying? So why would we take that? And why, when Bill Gates tested in Africa, a vaccine, a trial vaccine, why did he go just target Africa?
And Africa said they ain't having it no more.
Right.
They actually declined and said they're not going to be doing it.
But why shouldn't that been why was his strategy just to go to Africa first?
Because they know where
you could have went anywhere.
Try stuff on.
You could have went to South America. You could have went to Europe. You could have went to anywhere, but you're gonna try.
You best
black
believe
people where humanity started.
We have been the guinea pig a bunch of times, and we're gonna continue to be the guinea pig as long as we allow them to. It's a reason why HIV and AIDS is more prominent in Africa. It's a reason why Ebola is.
We didn't form HIV and AIDS though.
Centralized, huh?
We never formed HIV and AIDS.
I know. I'm just saying, like, when they want to go try stuff out, and you wonder why is it so much in this area, it's because we are the guinea pigs.
Right.
They gave us syphilis back in the day, and was telling us that they was giving us free health care. They tricked us into that, tested us for syphilis vaccine.
So let me ask you this. I don't know if I should go into this, but in that case, do you think? Let me not go into that.
Go ahead.
Do you think we are the superior ones?
No, we ain't gonna get into that.
Right, we ain't gonna get into that.
We don't get into that.
But that, I guess that could be a conversation possibly in the future.
All I know is, just like nature, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The animal kingdom, there's levels.
Right.
And I'll leave it at that.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, my final thoughts on the vaccine, I'm not going to take it. He's not going to take it. I don't think nobody should take it.
Dr. Fauci, the dude who was supposed to be the doctor, said that he wouldn't give it to his kids.
Yeah.
How stupid you gotta take that?
I don't trust none of these shots. The flu shot, Ebola shot, none of that.
But let me say is that if you feel differently than me, I still respect your opinion.
Right.
Because I don't want nobody out here thinking that,
Black Millennial
you ain't got to do what I do.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
I want you still to live your life, and I ain't criticizing you for it, so don't criticize me.
Right, and this is on camera. You know what I'm saying? We're telling you, do you. But for us and our family, we're not doing it.
As for me and my family,
that's right.
We will serve
the Lord.
The Lord.
All right, I want to give a shout out. In this part of the segment, we just want to give a couple of shout outs, a couple of stuff that we're doing. We want to change it up for this episode. So I want to give a shout out first to You Empower. It is a clothing line me and my lady are starting actually. It's actually a Christian wear line. So it's called You Empower. Look out for that. The IG, the Instagram is _You Empower. EMPOWER. You Empower. So I just want to give a shout out to that, and I want to give a shout out to my lady, Kim and Nicole. That's on Nicole. Follow her on YouTube. Follow my YouTube, The Bobby P. That's it.
And me, I got a lot of things going on, but I mainly want y'all to go support and stream that single "Ebony Girl" by your boy Skinny on all platforms. Also, my company is going to be holding
Conference.
Workshop. We're going to be holding a workshop on the 14th, letting people know and helping them how to learn how to write grants for your small businesses and stuff to be able to fund your businesses.
Right.
Startup, and getting startup money.
That's good.
So
Okay, cool.
I'll put all that information in the link.
Cool.
Hey man, I heard that they called you little Bobby Cleo.
Bobby Cleo?
Yeah, because you be seeing the future. You said the NFL ass was gonna fuck up and niggas was gonna get infected.
First episode, check it out.
And guess what happened? That's what happened because we said that the NBA had a nice model of, the way that they utilize the bubble to keep everybody safe, can't go out, can't have visitors and stuff like that.
Right.
And that way the NBA, other than those games they postponed for the protests, they've been going and they've been rolling.
Right.
NFL, we got some top stars that will not be playing. What you think about
I'm hurt. I got the hat on today just to rep, man. You know what I'm saying? My Pats, but I'm hurt, man. Like, you know, you got 4 teams that got COVID. You know, Minnesota, I believe.
I think it's over 20 players all together.
For real?
I think so.
Minnesota, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and then you got Cam Newton with the Pats. Don't quote me if I'm, mistaking the team, but what really hurt me was Cam Newton, man. His comeback year, now he got to sit out, a week or two. Yeah, man. So it hurts, but like you said, in first episode, I seen it coming, bro. We seen that coming.
Because what it is these teams, being as though it's not a centralized location like the NBA, they got to go to their practice facilities. They got to leave their practice facilities and get on the bus. They got to get on a bus. They got to get on a plane. They got to get on a plane. They got to go to another team's facilities. They got to go to the locker rooms. It's just way too many interactions. Everybody, they going to have to wear hazmat suits.
Right. Instead of going to in a centralized, like you said, centralized location where the hotel is and then you play in the game in a facility, a bubble. Versus, you going to NFL. What I said from the get-go, they should have had one location, pick the biggest city. My guess was, or the biggest stadium, my guess it should have been Dallas because it's centralized. Everybody can fly to Dallas, that new stadium. But, they could have went to Vegas, they could have went to Orlando, you know what I'm saying? Housed all the players. I know it's a lot of players, but you could have housed people, locked down the block or whatever it was, and play at one stadium and monitor them.
But you are absolutely right. And, somebody asked me the other day, they said, do you think they're going to postpone the NFL season? You think they're going to shut it down? I personally think no. I think that the fact that they even opened it back up just goes to show, when you talk about money and investments, because you gotta think, man, most of these guys, like even when you look at the quarterback for Kansas City,
Pat
Mahomes. This man, I ain't never in the history of my life seen anybody sign a 10-year. What was it? Like, that's the biggest bag I ever seen in my life, and I'd be damned if I paid somebody that much money. They gonna play. They gonna play this football game. They ain't gonna stop it.
I said they should have never had. They should have just waited a year, or even waited until the springtime. You see the NBA change their start date. You know what I'm saying? Why the NFL can't do it?
'Cause don't get me wrong, I like watching football. But if all the stars and people that I like to see got COVID, it's gonna make me not want to watch that game. You know what I'm saying? It's just been a crazy year for sports, crazy year for life.
And don't think it ain't out there in the NCAA either. It's probably just covered up. That's what that is.
Even the high school games, man.
Man. That's why I didn't coach this year, bro. Because I coach high school on the south side, but an academy. But I'm not doing it this year because what if they bring it and I bring it back home to my family, my people?
Or what if you bring it and give it to somebody else's child? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a thing where, people just you gotta be as careful as you can and look out for your family, like you said.
Right.
As far as the NBA goes, I don't know what to say other than, I kind of think that LA is gonna sweep them guys.
Man.
Especially with the injuries coming in on the Heat.
The Heat is not equipped.
They're not a good matchup.
They're not a good matchup. The better matchup would have been Celtics and Lakers. Granted, Celtics just wasn't shooting well. They just wasn't playing well. They weren't together. But they had better matchups. Bam can't do it by himself down low. He can't go against AD, Dwight. Dwight playing like he Orlando Dwight.
Dwight, he knows this is his second chance, and he's redeemed himself as a Laker.
Right, and he got JaVale McGee out down there. He can't. Bam is tired. And then
you got AD after that.
Bro, what's his name can't do it by himself. What's his name? Jimmy. Little Jimmy can't do it by himself.
Bro.
Tyler Hero just ain't experienced it enough.
This is why the Lakers are so dangerous. You got LeBron James, who, it don't matter if you like him or not, he's arguably one of the best, basketball players on offense. He's also one of the best basketball players on defense.
Right.
So is Anthony Davis. And then you got a 7-footer in McGee. Then you got a 7-footer in Dwight Howard. Then you got a 7-footer in Anthony Davis who can shoot a 3.
Yeah, we missing the most important key though.
Rondo?
We missing a 6'1" Rondo.
Dog, Rondo. I knew he was gonna be Rondo.
Right. Dog. Bro, I've been said this. Rondo is actually one of my top, I'd say maybe top 5 or top 10 point guards of all time, bro. I say top 10. Reason why being, Rondo has been consistent in the playoffs every time he made the playoffs, whether it's with the Celtics, whether it's with the Lakers. Rondo has been a beast, bro. Can't nobody. Rondo is too experienced, bro. He's about to be the first player to win a ring with the Lakers and the Celtics, two
of the
rivals,
top winning franchises in the NBA.
two of the best winning franchises.
Yeah.
It's only, bro. They in the teams, bro. I think Celtics got maybe 18 or 17. Lakers is one behind them.
Definitely going down in history.
Bro, they're the best dynasties in the whole basketball.
I'm cool with that. But who cut your boy hair last game? That's all I need to know.
Who?
Rondo, boy. This boy.
Bro, let me tell you this. Rondo, if y'all ain't know this, Rondo hair been different every time. Either his fade.
I think he was starting dreads with the first game.
Right. His tape. Now he had an afro the last one. Then he had braids.
Then he had a remedial Boosie fade.
What's crazy is whoever his barber needs to get shot. You need to come to the A and get a haircut.
Hey, my bad, Rondo.
I love you. We love you, but you need to come to the A and get a haircut.
No, you need to hit the barber.
You feel me? If y'all know Rondo, family with him, let him know. Come to the A.
We got you.
Tell him Bobby P and Skinny said, come to the A and get a haircut, brother, and we'll take you out to lunch, bro.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you can pay for lunch.
Right. But at the same time, man, yeah, I'm proud of those boys. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a Celtics fan, so it's big for me to say that. But I like the Lakers. I can't hate on them. It's their time. Kobe passed this year. Rest in peace.
It is what it is, and to be honest with you, with the way the world's been turning, don't get me wrong, we still passionate, we still like sports, but we do realize that there are a lot of things that are way more important than sports and teams, and we're just not committed to it as we used to, but we do like to be entertained.
Right.
But man, all in all, man, let's make sure you're paying attention to everything that's going on right now.
Yes.
As far as the election goes, as far as just pay attention and try to pivot, because the biggest thing we can do is just gain knowledge on the situation so that we know how to move.
Like I've been saying, just like he said, man, I'm not gonna piggyback too much, but just pay attention to what's going on in these elections, man. Please don't be a sheep out here. Don't be a follower, man. Don't get fooled. I understand, both candidates are not great, but we gotta choose somebody, and that somebody's gonna be the next 4 years. And let's just say, God forbid, they pass away. That means you gotta pay attention to their vice president as well, too. So, and the vice president debate is Tuesday. So it's like you gotta pay attention. I mean, we gotta be honest. Life expectancy, averages in the 70s, right? So they're like 74, 76 years old. So, they're not gonna be here forever. God forbid they die, but they may not be here, God forbid, the next 4 years. So this election is key. And just pay attention, guys. Just pay attention, even in the world of sports, man. Don't be fooled if you feel like you can't run the ball or play next to somebody because of this COVID. Be smart, bro.
It ain't worth it, man.
It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. But I am ready, see what 2021 has to offer just after this election, just because this election has been crazy, man. This election year, so I'm just ready for November to happen so we can get over and done with, we get on with our lives, man.
While we have y'all attention, y'all, I just wanted to continue to intentionally just talk about supporting black business, okay? Because everybody knows it's true. Black folks have a tendency to not have much respect for black businesses. They want to get a discount. They want to get stuff for free.
Yep.
And those same people will go and turn around and brag about how they paid top dollar for a Gucci belt, Fendi purse, and they proud of how much money they're spending. You know what I mean? And they know it costs a grip. I think that we really need to just sit back and just think about that for a second.
Right.
You are devaluing someone who looks like you, and you feel like you have a higher value by purchasing something that has nothing to do with you. They couldn't care less about you, but you willing to short your brother but really to pay full retail price for somebody who couldn't care less about you.
Right.
So I just want everybody to think about that. Now, don't get me wrong, I do respect everybody can do what you want with your money, okay? But just think about what we could do if we were working together and where we would be. Will we be dealing with this? Will we be in a position that we are in vulnerability, waiting and depending and worried about this government if we had everything that we needed already? Just think about that. Because everybody can vote how you want to vote. You can say what you want to say. But how many black-owned essential companies do you know? You know any black people who own an electricity company? Do you know any black people who own a water company? You know any black people that's doing medicine, like the stuff that we really need? We ain't doing it. Most black businesses are catered towards things that aren't essential. So I just wanted to just throw that out there. Just think about the way that the world is going and how you need to continue to make money. It ain't gonna be the same way that you was doing before. Right. Essential workers, I'm sorry y'all, you're not gonna be that essential. But what is gonna be essential is coding and being able to program the robots that's gonna take your place.
Right.
So it ain't really about, that's what makes black people great to me, is that even through through opposition and all these things, we always find a way to rise and to be successful. We find creative ways all the time.
Right.
That's why we don't be stressing out, as much as some other people do when bad things happen, because shit been hard.
Right.
We just continue to fight.
Right.
Final thoughts on that, bro?
Nah, you said it 100%. I agree 100%.
Because one big thing we want to do is we want to keep it real and we want to help the people. And if we out here ain't really talking about nothing, then we ain't really we doing a disservice to our people, man.
And that's what this is for the millennials. Millennials is probably not, if not the realest generation so far. So
if you ask me, last of a dying breed, bro.
You feel me? So I agree 100%. That's what this platform is for.
We gotta raise our peoples upright, the ones that's coming after us.
Right.
And with that said, we're gonna wrap up another episode of the Black Millennial Code podcast.
Yes, sir. So just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to episode 4. And hope to see you guys again, of course, and catch us on the next episode.
And go back and watch those first 3 on your way to work, on your lunch,
Right.
On your way back from work, or right before you go to sleep, or whatever.
Right.
Because we talking about some real stuff.
Some real stuff.
And we just appreciate you guys, everybody who has been supporting us. We ask for you to subscribe and share, and we appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace. I'll let your boy. So, oh, I'm laughing already. So, Mr. President, are you going to denounce them Bloods on national TV?
Well, I'm going to tell all my Bloods just to stand by and stand back.